Welcome to day 4. For our practice today, I will recommend having some blocks available. We're going to start out in standing, so please take your time if you're already down on your mat. Slowly start to find your way coming up. And then once you're here, let's just go ahead and start to connect to our feet. Connect to our body, and it might be a little different. You might be feeling and experiencing different things moment by moment, day by day. So notice how it is today. Notice your feet. They shift, they change, they swell, they slim back down. So send them some love. It's all just part of the beauty of growing a little being. And lots of appreciation for your feet for holding you and all that little bit of extra weight. It's all temporary, so it's all good. We take it, the good, the bad. There's no good or bad. But when you're ready, feel the soles of the feet, feel the heels, and feel the ball of the toes. That connection to the sole of the feet, a little bit more challenging because oftentimes we have that natural arch, that natural lift. But as we have that extra blood coming into our bodies, our feet start to flatten a little bit, that extra weight. So maybe notice if you can feel that connection of the sole. And then from here, start to find a little softness in the knees. Try not to lock into the joint. Be gentle with yourselves. Maybe let your hands rest on your belly. Maybe close your eyes. And again, come back to that deep, full, smooth, nice, slow, comfortable breath. Not too slow, not too quick, but just right for you. Good. We won't be here for too long in stillness, but notice if you need to adjust, if the weight needs to come back or you need to shift a little side to side. You don't have to be stagnant. Good, but when you're ready, let your arms again come back down alongside your body. Let your head be nice and soft on top. Maybe softly open the eyes if needed or keep them closed. It's all good. But when you're ready, as we inhale, let's go ahead, draw the arms out to the side, up overhead. Let your left hand find your right wrist. Good. Relax your shoulders. Relax the neck and jaw. As we inhale, press the feet. Lengthen up through this right hand, and as we exhale, hips to the right as you lean to the left. Good. So notice this right side of the body and try and imagine like your body's between two planes of glass. So I'm not letting my chest or shoulder roll and collapse forward, nor am I letting it roll back. We're stacking the body. Good. One more big breath here. Good. Drawing that baby in towards the spine. Press the feet, squeeze in through the inner thighs. Slowly come on back up through center. Good. Switching hands, right hand finds the left wrist. Press the feet. Inhale, find length. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Hips to the left, lean to the right. Good. Again, stacking the body, not letting it roll forward or back. Relax neck and jaw. Breathe into that left side body. Notice how it feels. Good. Once again, when you're ready to come out, squeeze in through the inner thighs, hug baby to the spine, reach up through the crown, reach up through the hands, slowly come on back up. And as we exhale, let the hands release, let them float back down. Good. Interlace your fingers behind you. Good. Softly bend into the elbows to start. Roll those shoulders. Lift through the sternum, through the center of the chest. Let the elbows squeeze in towards each other. You can keep the hands resting at the sacrum, or you can lengthen the arms down. For me today, it feels better to have them bent. Good. So think about pressing the feet as we inhale to lift that sternum. Good. Maybe even hips come forward a little bit, or keep them stacked. Good. Couple more big breaths here. Good, elbows squeezing in. We're reaching those knuckles for the floor. We're gonna start to find a little bit of movement with our neck. So start to lower the right ear. Maybe tuck the chin. Roll the left. I'm gonna do little half circles here. Good, I feel like with my neck rolls here, I'm gonna lengthen my arms. Might get a little deeper through that side action through my neck. Good. Last little movements. And then once you're complete, let the head come on back through center, through neutral. Bend into the elbows, let the hands find the sacrum. Go ahead, release the hands. Let them float forward. Good. Shimmy and shake those shoulders a little bit. Get some blood flow back if it felt a little constricted. From here, I'm gonna let my feet widen just a little bit further. Invite that softness through the hips. We're gonna invite a little bit of movement through our hips here. So maybe letting your hands find your waist. We're gonna start to draw the right hip to the right. Let the hips come forward, over to the left, and then bum back behind you. Good, and try and keep those knees soft. Sometimes you'll see people and they lock into the knees and it's a little more jagged. So we want to keep it fluid and smooth. Good, again, lubricating our joints here. Go ahead and switch the direction when it feels good, finding the hips moving in a clockwise direction now as the hips slide to the left and forward. Good. Awesome. Just a couple more. Letting it be big or small. And then to complete, I like to let it become smaller and smaller until I sort of find my way back up through center, even weight. Good. All right, we're gonna come into a forward fold here. It's a little bit of an inversion, a wide-legged one. This is a point where we might want our blocks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my blocks sort of on the highest setting, just about outer shoulder distance apart in front of me. And then from here, I'm gonna wiggle and heel toe my feet wide, about one leg's length in between the feet. My heels are gonna turn out ever so slightly and my toes in so that my outer edges of my feet are parallel to the outer edges of the mat. Good, feeling strong and stable here. We wanna be pulling our inner thighs towards each other, so that isometric engagement, like I'm holding an inflatable beach ball in between my thighs. Good. From here, think about length. So press into the feet, squeeze in, lift through the sternum, lift through the crown of the head. Good. You can stay as you are. Start to come forward, hinging at the hips. Let there be softness in the knees. Don't worry about the backs of the legs to begin. You can invite them to the party when you're ready. So coming forward, I'm gonna come to that place of about jackknife, so parallel to the floor. And then I'm gonna go ahead and find my blocks. Good. So belly will be hanging here. So we want that little engagement, hugging baby towards the spine. Keep pressing the feet, keep squeezing in. So we're engaging and activating through the inner thighs and groin. You can stay here, especially if you're working with a little bit of nausea these days. Feel free to stay. If you'd like to come further, you can hinge at the hips, letting the belly and chest draw towards the space between the thighs. Forehead maybe even coming down towards the floor. If you come down and you want to come back out, try and do so slowly. So pressing the feet, engaging through the inner thighs, using the hands to press into the blocks. I'm gonna stay here at that jackknife position. Good. So here, it's more about pressing the feet and then lifting the sitting bones as I actively lengthen through the backs of the legs. 2 more big full breaths. Good, you might feel a little bit more warmth in the body from that little inversion. Good, awesome. And then from here, hands on the blocks, a little bit of support. You can have hands on the floor if you're able to come further down. But from here, soften into the knees. Good. And then start to lean a little side to side. So as I bend into my right leg, I'm keeping this left leg long. So again, stretching a little deeper into the inner thigh and groin. And then switching to the opposite side. Bend into the left knee, lengthen through the inside of that right leg. Good. Couple more. Still breathing that smooth, full, controlled breath. Good. We're going to be doing a fair bit of standing today with our practice. So we want to open up the body nice and easy, nice and slow. Good. Then when you're complete, come back through center. Good. From here, I'm going to draw one heel in and then the other, heel toe. Good, all the way. Start to walk my hands. I'm going to release my blocks. I'm not going to need them. And I'm going to take a little pivot as I come towards the top of my mat. Good, awesome. From here, we're going to inhale our arms out to the side, up overhead. As we exhale, hinge at the hips. Again, feet are a little bit wide here. Come all the way down. Hands can find blocks. Start to walk the feet back. Good, and then pressing into the hands. Keep the knees bent, coming into our downward facing dog here. So hips lift, lengthen through the underarms and chest. Lift the hips high and lengthen through the heels. Big breath in. And full breath out. Good. Start to slowly walk the feet back towards the hands. Good. Again, feet a little bit wide here, especially sort of balancing out our weight. And then from here, lean into the right foot, right hand, as we step the left foot back. We're going to come into a crescent lunge. So again, mindful of the belly, this right leg might be a little bit wider. We're reaching back through that left heel, so I've come up onto the toes. From here, walk your right hand onto your right thigh, press into the right foot, start to lift yourself up, take your time, let that blood settle as you come up, guiding shoulders to stack over hips. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms forward and up, maybe even look up if that feels okay. Start to open the arms out into T, so straight out, and then draw the arms back. Let the palms face forward. So more about opening the chest here. Good, this back left leg is long and strong, right leg is bent. Good. As we inhale, let's go ahead and draw our arms up overhead. Good. With this back left heel, we're going to roll the left heel down. Good. Working towards preparing for warrior two. So opening the hips, this left hip is going to draw back. Arms are still up overhead. That outer edge of the left foot is parallel to the outer edge of the mat. We're going to go ahead and open our arms out into T and draw your gaze over that front right hand. Soften the shoulders. Good. Keep that baby drawing in towards the spine, belly drawing in, and this right knee opening towards the pinky side. One more big breath here. And then pressing into the front right foot, start to lengthen through the right leg. Good. Left hip is going to lift up. Right hip is going to drop down. Reach forward with our right arm coming towards Trikonasana, triangle. And then lower the right hand, maybe finding your shin, the inside of your ankle, as this left arm draws up. One big breath. Good. Press into the feet. Squeeze those inner thighs just like we did in our wide-legged forward fold. Baby draws in towards the spine. Let this top left hand help draw the torso. Lift that left side, lift the right side. Come back up, and then lower the hands back down. Good. We're going to switch sides. So this front right foot, I'm going to pivot the toes towards the long side of my mat. Left foot, pivot the toes towards the short edge. Good. Awesome. Bend into the front left knee. Let that left knee start to work towards stacking over the heel. I like to shorten the distance a little bit, so I'll heel toe my back right foot. And then from here, we're gonna turn our hips to face forward as we come up onto the back right toes. So as I turn onto my toes, my hips turn to face the short edge of the mat. Good. Here we are in our crescent lunge on the left side. So inhale your arms forward and up. Feeling perhaps that opening through the front right hip flexor, front right side of our body. And let your arms come down into T. Palms face forward. Draw the arms back. Let your chest open. Maybe lift your gaze, not dropping the head back, but reaching through that crown of the head. One more breath. Good, strong back right leg. As we inhale, let your arms come on back up. Good, and then from here, again, roll this back right heel as we open this right hip. Good, let your arms open to T. This back right foot, the outer edge, that pinky side is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Front left knee is still bent to begin. Gaze over the front left hand. Soften the shoulders, relax the jaw. Keep that baby drawing in towards the spine. Good. Once you're complete here, we're gonna press into the front left foot. Start to straighten that front left leg. Lift the right hip, lower the left hip. Good. And then reaching forward like I'm reaching for this plant. Start to lower the left hand down, right arm up. So here we're rolling this right side of the chest behind you. Good. One more big full breath. Good. Pressing the feet, squeezing in through those inner thighs. Again, hug baby towards the spine. Let this top right hand help draw the torso back up. Left arm will follow. Good. Lower the arms down towards your hips. Good. This front left foot. We're now going to turn the toes forward. Good. Again, heels in, toes in. Shorten the distance. Good. Come all the way back up into standing. Good. I'm going to come to my original sort of short front end of the mat. Inhale, arms out to the side, up overhead. And as we exhale again, make the space. Soft knees, feet are wide. Let the chest guide the way forward, coming all the way over towards that forward fold. Good. Inhale, come halfway lift. So extend through the crown, let the sits bones reach back, heart lengthen forward. And as we exhale, go ahead, draw the chest lower and down. Hands find the earth or blocks. Soften into the knees, maybe lean to one side as you walk the feet back. And we'll lower into our table. So bend into the knees, baby drawing in towards the spine. Coming all the way onto hands and knees. Good. From here, again, leaning to the left, start to extend the right leg straight back. Even hips, even weight in the hands. You can challenge yourself. You can stay as you are or start to float the left arm forward. Exhale to lower. Switching sides. Lift the left leg first. Balance those hips. Even out the weight in the hands. Good. Maybe challenge on this side. Raise the right arm if it feels okay. Exhale and lower. Good. Let's do 4 more each side. So inhale to extend, whether it's both limbs or just the leg. Exhale to lower. Inhale to extend. Exhale to lower. Good. Maybe finding that pelvic traction. So inhale to extend, relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, baby to spine, pelvic floor draws up. Inhale, relax the pelvic floor, extend. Exhale, baby to spine, pelvic floor draws up. Good. Two more each side. Last set. Last one. Beautiful. From here, let your big toes come together. Let your knees splay apart. We'll begin to lower our hips towards the heels. Make space for the belly. Maybe support yourself. Place a block. Lower to elbows and forearms. Maybe rest the forehead. Come back to that long, smooth, controlled breath. Good, last couple. And then once you're complete, begin to press into the forearms and palms, your elbows, start to lift the forehead, extend through the arms. Go ahead and release the block if you were using one. Good. And from here, we'll guide towards our Shavasana. So depending on where you are, first, second, or third, build that comfortable little place for your body and your baby. Maybe building that 45-degree angle to keep you a little bit upright, placing your bolster over the blocks. Coming to lay down, supported here. Lots of space for the belly to breathe, the head and the neck supported. Feet on the earth. If resting on your back is too much for you right now, that's perfectly okay. Begin to come down onto your left side, using your props to support you. I like to sometimes use the block as a pillow and the bolster as a little bit of extra support through the thighs and knees. But coming down onto your left side, maybe resting the hand on the belly. Coming back to that smooth, full breath. Honoring your body and staying as long as serves you and your practice and your day or evening. But when you're ready to come out, again, slowly, gently, mindfully, pressing your top hand, start to lift the torso, release any props, maybe support yourself coming into a tall seat, lifting your hips and creating more space through the pelvis. Again, placing your hands on your belly, taking a few calming, deep, full, relaxing breaths. Thank you for taking this time to connect to your body, your breath, and your baby. Let your hands come together. Namaste, take good care, and thank you for joining me.